Hello and welcome to Titanium Taras Tarot, and today I'll be doing a how to strengthen your intuition video, okay? So basically the way I work with these is that I first get an idea and then I let it percolate during a couple of weeks and then I present the content. Alright, so this week I'm going to talk about if you're connected to the universe, it'll let you know when something is on its way. Now, something is on its way, but this would be in regards to more in alignment with the stuff that Esther Hicks or / Abraham Hicks talks about. Okay, and basically what it is when you are connected to the higher consciousness, or when you are connected to your inner to those little signals that your body or your consciousness or your super consciousness lets you in on, you will feel like you'll notice that you suddenly feel super happy, or you suddenly feel very sad, or you suddenly feel excited, or you suddenly feel in love, or something along those lines. Alright, and all of that is because you, as an energetic being, can feel something coming. You can feel something on its way. Basically, think of it as every single person being connected to the matrix, if you like, right? Any type of, you can imagine it being a spider web, or you can imagine it being a matrix, or you can imagine it being a grid. Okay, that a grid, and on every single point on the grid is one being, right? Or one thing. It could be a plant, it could be an animal, it could be a human being, it could be whatever, right? So when that being, right, feels a little movement on the, in this case, the best analogy would be on the spider web, or on the net, or on the matrix, or something, they know that something's coming. Now, I have felt this, okay, on probably a couple of occasions, and usually when I feel, depending on the intensity of what I am feeling, I know that something big or small is on its way. Now, one of the most PG ones, if I can say that, was the day where, I don't know, I had like this internal guidance to go outside. Out of the blue, just go outside. And I did. I went outside and I walked towards the riverbank, or the lakefront, and I was super excited. As I was getting closer, I was getting super excited. I was really happy. Everything was like super duper and chirpy and everything. And then as I was walking along the path, what did I see? But a family of little ducks walking towards the lakefront with like the mama and the papa and like all these little cuties. I was like, oh, that was just so heartwarming. That was. Now, for the less favorable circumstances. On 2 occasions, okay, now these are the ones that I clearly remember. Okay, on 2 occasions I felt an immense emotion. I felt like I wanted to feel since I was very young, and in regards to a romantic partner. And when I felt those, well, one, I felt it, and I felt it a couple of years before I actually met the dude, but since that moment, since that feeling, I have been trying to connect to that feeling again, because I wanted that. And when I felt it around 8 years after, it was interesting because I had attracted a certain person. Now, at the time, I felt like that person was my end-all be-all. Like, I had never felt anything like that before with anybody else. And then that guy ripped my heart out, threw it on the ground, and stomped on it. Literally stomped on it. And I spent 2 years on this idiot. I can't say that. He's a guy, he's a person, on this soul. Alright, I spent 2 years pining on this soul. But it was a very good and very important learning lesson for me. Because when a couple years after, I could say 3 years after, I felt that emotion again. Something similar, not exactly the same, but when I felt it again, I was like, okay, wait a minute. Something's up, something's coming. And I knew it. And I was like, okay, last time I felt this, things went sideways and then some. So what should I do with this guy? And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna test out the water, see if this is going to be different, and see if things are gonna work out better. And I tried it, but I kept myself separate because I knew that something extremely wrong might happen, but something extremely right might happen, because this feeling was like, if I were to explain it in energetic, like if I were to explain it as if it were a card of mine, it would be the RAR card. And if you've ever heard my readings, and I've pulled out the RAR card, okay, the RAR card is wild energy, pure potential. You can't control it. It's just, it could be anything. It could be anything, good or bad, whatever. You have full decision. It's pure energy until you decide to focus it, right? So I felt, okay, you know what? I'm gonna let it happen, but I'm gonna protect myself, which is what I did, and thank goodness I did, because he also, left me hanging and was looking for his happiness more than mine. And I'm like, okay, all right, that's fine. I know the drill now. Okay, bye. And I said bye, and I'm sure, I don't know where he's at. I don't know what he's feeling. I don't know how he is. Actually, I don't know how both of them are. I have severed ties, I've severed connections with them, because it was just insanity. I was like, I severed ties with both of them because I knew from the first experience that I was like, I was not ready to hand up that much of my energy to that person. And I'm like, okay, dude, I'm cutting this connection, and bye. So I cut complete ties, and I don't know where any of them are, which is great, because the important person right now is me, myself, and I. But basically, I mentioned the three most biggest emotional trigger, 3 times when I felt something amazing coming, or something of full potential coming. So I'm just saying, once you get connected to your higher self, once you cut out all the BS, when I say BS, I mean once you take out all the unnecessary stuff, and once you connect with your inner knowing, or your higher self, or whatever you want to call it, okay, you will be more in tune with what is in store for you than you have ever been, okay? Now, and depending on how that emotion makes you feel, seeing as you will feel it prior to it coming, you will know if you want to cut it and be like, bye, be gone, or be like, yay, I want to go towards this. It was a very tough learning experience, but it still was a very educational learning experience, and I will keep it as it is, because if I had not had it, I would not be where I am today. Much better off than I was 4 or 5 years ago at this point. So, my gorgeous collective, that is all that I have for you guys this week. If you like this, and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below, and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description of this video and my price. Now, like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell to be notified when I post new stuff, as well as leaving me a comment, because I adore comments. I read them all. I might not answer all of them, but I absolutely read them all. And with that being said, my gorgeous collective, yes, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye.